taking very long to come back.
Yep.
That's enough.
I be part of it.
Yeah. Yes, I know, but you know how these group things will go. I know, but I did just say we meeting today and I have 1 million things to do, just watch them for me now. I really need to get this thing done, so don't quarrel and we got lost in mark and things. So I'll come in later, just watch them. Yeah. Alright, yeah, bye. My mother not easy, yeah? It's 100 things I have to do and real problems. Are they rich anyway? Do anything?
Yeah, that party was real good last night.
Yeah?
I lose.
And you like speed?
Yes. Yeah, anyway, all your stuff could be later. We got a trouble for transport and things now.
Real traffic.
Are they rich anyway?
No, this one is the 37. I'm pretty much as one of them.
Alright.
Right, so now that everybody here, we could start. Well, the scenario is you have just eaten a box of KFC, like my friend here, right? And with chicken, fries, coleslaw, and a soft drink. So, complete the following. Describe the mechanical and chemical digestion of food from the mouth to the small intestine. The following criteria should be used. The organs, the mechanical process, and the enzymes, well, that's in the chemical process. And we also need to state the site of synthesis, the organ, the site of action, that would be the organ, and the substrate and the product. So how are we doing this? What we start with?
Okay, so we all know about the digestive system, right? It is important for the body because without it, the ability to process food, to extract nutrients, and to eliminate waste will be kind of hard, right? So, the parts of the body will also not be able to function properly. So, even if you have a small problem in our digestive system itself, right, this can result in nutrient deficiency and discomfort, right? So, every part has to work together in order to make the job, to be good, right?
So you will handle that part, right?
Yeah.
About the digestion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was reading something where...
Wait, before you say something, where make sure and put in the references on the site where you're because you know the first thing says, where is your reference?
So, yeah, I know soda flavor. I get this info from PubMed. Right? As I was saying, it really did say that food is processed in 3 ways: digestion, absorption, and elimination. And the digestive system is responsible for accomplishment of all these 3 biological functions. And remember, all food ingestion must be digested, nutrition absorbed, and unnecessary or harmful agents eliminated from the body.
Right, so now that we know of the digestive system and its functions, we can hopefully move on to the organs, because we need to know the organs involved in the process.
Well, the organs are the mouth, the pharynx, the esophagus, the stomach, and the small intestines. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and everybody had their own part, so we could go ahead with and hear what you'll have.
I had to do the mouth. The mouth prepares for digestion before food even enters.
Well, yes, that is true, because even sight and sound could trigger the salivary gland. Well, it's my salivary gland.
Right, so I had the pharynx, right? So once the food has been put through the chemical and mechanical digestion occurring in the mouth, it's time to make its way downwards to the stomach, right? So to get there, the tongue and the soft palate works together to push it down, right? Right, closing off our trachea, and then it pushes through to our throat.
As my colleague was saying, after passing through the pharynx, food enters the esophagus and is pushed through a series of involuntary called peristalsis towards the lower esophageal sphincter, otherwise known as LES. It is the sphincter that is manufactured in conditions like gastroesophageal reflux disease, or as we know as heartburn.
Well, my part was the stomach. When the food reaches the stomach, the strong muscular walls of the stomach helps to mix and grind everything together. Well, that's also known as mechanically digesting. The food, whilst the acid and enzymes work to chemically digest it at the same time. So in the end, the food is reduced to nothing more than nutrients, liquid, and small solid remains.
Well, I think the last organ is the small intestine, where nutrients, liquid, and small solid remnants are exposed to even more chemical digestion via enzymes from the pancreas and bile from the liver as peristalsis. Forces the food along its edge. It is at this point that our body finally receives the nutrients from our food via the bloodstream, while the remainder makes its way to the colon. Okay, so now we'll be moving on to the mechanical process.
Okay, and I did the research on the mechanical digestion, and it's just simply digestion achieved through mechanism or movement.
But isn't that two types of mechanical?
Hold on. I was now going to state the two types of mechanical digestion there is, and it's mastication and peristalsis. And peristalsis is simply the involuntary contractions responsible for movement of food through the esophagus and the intestinal tracts. And mastication is basically the chewing of food, which begins the breaking down process into nutrients. And chewing is very important because the food will be broken down into smaller pieces to be readily digested through the chemical.
So when we eat bhaji and dashi bush,
Alright, so I will deal with the chemical process of the digestion of food. Right? Throughout the entire digestion process, there are a lot of digestive enzymes present, from the mouth all the way to the small intestine. The purpose of these digestive enzymes is to break down the structure of the macromolecule down to the point in which the body can absorb. There are several digestive enzymes and are named according to the target substrate. Protease split proteins, lipase splits fatty acids, amylase splits carbohydrates, and nuclease splits nucleic acid. The various digestive enzymes secreted by the exocrine glands. The salivary glands, the secretory cells in the stomach, the secretory cells in the pancreas, and the secretory glands in the small intestine. The chemical process of enzyme. From the mouth, the lingual lipase, this initiates the digestion of fats and lipids from the mouth. Also amylase, which initiates the digestion of carbohydrates, which is broken down into smaller chains. From the stomach, the enzymes are known as gastric enzymes. The stomach has functions in mechanical and enzymatic sense. Pepsin produces...
like Pepsi.
No, nothing like Pepsi actually.
So it's like a Pepsi in that?
No.
Okay.
Pepsin, produced by the chief cells, and is a major gastric enzyme. Pepsin breaks it down into fragments of amino acids. HCl, or hydrochloric acid, essentially it is charged hydrogen ions, also known as stomach acid. HCl mainly functions to denature the proteins ingested to destroy the bacteria. Also activates pepsinogen into pepsin. With all this acid present, the stomach produces a mucin, in which to protect the lining of the stomach. The pancreas exocrine function, known as a pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice is made up of the following digestive enzymes. several digestive enzymes. Trypsinogen, this is an inactive protease into trypsin, which breaks down the basic amino acids. Pancreatic lipase, that degrades triglycerides into fatty acids and glycerol. And the pancreatic amylase, that breaks down the starch and glycogen. Some enzymes present in the small intestines are maltase and lactase. Now I'll be discussing a little bit about the main food substrates in the body. Most foods in the body are components and macromolecules, which are really biological polymers, right? Some of the major ones are proteins. Some of the reasons proteins are important is that enzymes, antibodies, regulatory molecules, contractile molecules, and responsible for movement are the few reasons why proteins are needed to sustain life. The breakdown of protein involves catabolism and anabolism. In order to maintain the vitality and viability of a healthy body, there must be a constant supply of building blocks to replenish the proteins that are present in the body. There are 20 amino acids present in the body. However, the body can only make a certain amount, which are known as non-essential amino acids. There rest 9 essential amino acids in the human body, which are very difficult for me to say, so I'm not going to say it. But essentially, if one amino acid is missing, it results into a truncated polypeptide, which is basically, if it doesn't have the particular chain in it, it results in the amino acid will be converted and used as energy, or to ultimately make fatty acids in the body. The next main food substrate is carbohydrates, which is basically simple sugars. Also, you could relate it to glucose. It's the main source of cellular energy, important as an energy source. It is involved in cell-to-cell recognition, cellular signaling, and blood grouping. Another food substrate is lipids, also commonly referred to as fats. There are 3 kinds: simple lipids, complex lipids, and derived lipids. As a group, lipids in the diet contribute as an energy source to the cell. Lipids are also important as they carry fat-soluble vitamins and essential fatty acids. I know I probably bore you to death, but that is very important for our project. And that is basically my part so far.
Guys, let me go put on the chicken box and let me get this thing done. The last part is state where each molecule is absorbed. So,
well, that was my part. So the small intestine absorbs most digestive food molecules, as well as water and minerals. These molecules pass through the wall of the small intestine and into our bloodstream, where it is then transported around our body. The inside wall of the small intestine is thin with a large surface area for absorption to occur quickly and efficiently.
And then I will hurry up and upload this thing once you had a...
There we go. Good afternoon.